As quickly as it came, it went. But late today, Western Sydney was on high alert for a tornado as a supercell weather system smashed the city. A major shopping centre had to be evacuated after the ceiling caved in. Lightning, heavy rain and hail also lashed regional areas, leaving tens of thousands of homes without power. Tim Swanston is live for us in Guildford in Sydney's west. Tim, the severity of the storm seems to have caught many people by surprise.
It absolutely did. There were storms forecast this morning. Much of that didn't really eventuate, but then this afternoon that fast-moving and intense cell swept right through from the Blue Mountains, through Penrith, through Sydney's west and out off the coast. Just nearby here, there were some cars that were stranded in floodwaters this afternoon. It also put on quite an impressive light show across the state. There were hundreds of lightning strikes recorded, and also many areas were hit quite hard with hail. In Penrith, they were some of the worst affected, with hail of up to 5 centimetres. A whiteout in Western Sydney. Penrith was pummeled by hail. Outside, people took cover wherever they could. But they'd find no protection inside the Westfield at Mount Druitt. The shopping centre was evacuated after the ceiling collapsed onto horrified shoppers. The Wanderers soccer field looked more like an ice rink. Roads turned to rivers and some drivers braved the torrent.
The police came very late to stop the people, and anyway, when they came, there were already 3-4 cars stopped in the water.
On the M5 alone, there were 5 crashes as the weather caused chaos across the city. At the front of house, bins were washed away.
The bins.
Out back, pools filled to the brim.
My pool's going to overflow.
The skies looked scary and they came with an ominous warning.
Good afternoon, Richard. As you mentioned, a tornado warning has been issued for Western Sydney by the Bureau of Meteorology.
It's very rare that we see these sorts of really, really dangerous storms. Last time we saw a tornado warning in Sydney was, I think, back in 2015.
Just this week, the Weather Bureau upgraded the chance of a La Nina. If today's anything to go by, Sydney's in for a soggy start to summer. Today's storm came and went very quickly. Much of the localised flooding in low-lying areas in the city's southwest has already gone down. But the wild weather's left its mark on the ground and in the sky. Tim Swanston, ABC News, Sydney.
Lydia Feng is at the Westfield in Mount Druitt. Lydia, it must have been frightening for customers when the ceiling caved in.
Yes, it was a terrifying ordeal around 4 o'clock this afternoon when the ceiling in the Best and Less store here in Westfield in Mount Druitt caved in. We also understand that there was water leaking from the Woolworths store, all because of that heavy downpour of hailstones. We understand one woman was injured and immediately treated by paramedics. Retail staff that I spoke to here said that it all happened so quickly that they weren't even able to collect their belongings. Police were on the scene immediately and evacuated everybody.
Down the other end, the roof had collapsed. There was people running, police evacuating. And then about 4:40, we had police come through the food court saying, quick, evacuate. It was pretty scary.
Retail all trading here in the retail stores has now ceased, and we understand engineers are inside the shopping centre examining the extent of the damage. It could take hours or even days until staff are allowed back into the shopping centre. Juanita?
Lydia Feng reporting. Lara Hyams joins us now. Lara, this monster storm seems to have come out of nowhere.
Well, Juanita, like all of these systems, these thunderstorms are very unpredictable, and this one came as quickly as it left. We had some huge falls in a very short period of time. So just over 20 minutes, we had 33 millimetres fall in Guildford, 22 millimetres in Canterbury and 20 mils at Sydney Airport. So that gives you some idea about the trajectory of the storms. The winds were also a huge issue. Gusts of up to 94 kilometres an hour were recorded at Port Botany. And we also had giant hail fall near Cowra in regional New South Wales, also in Blacktown and Penrith.